Right, what are we bringing you today? Today we are bringing you all the latest immigration and nationality law of the United Kingdom. There has been some changes as at 11th of March, which you may be aware of. There are also other changes coming up from 11th of April. Be aware of these changes and don't be caught. Not only that, there are also other changes concerning skilled worker visa, family visa, and many more. Do not touch the dial. If you have joined us, share the program for us, because what we are bringing to you today, if there is nothing in for you, there will be something in for someone that you may love. So share the program for us. I'm just going to play this tune and continue to share the program, because there are people, as you can see. Today I am broadcasting from Fire Life Radio Facebook homepage, and therefore people who are on Justice and Law and also David Dago's homepage, sometimes they struggle to see where we are. So I'm going to play this tune, and I will then use this opportunity to share the program as well to all those in my contact. So please, if you have joined us, also do the best that you can and share the program for us so that we can spread the good news. Yes, this is David Dago, Fire Life Radio, Justice and Law Solicitors. We bring you the legal matters today. So please, like I said, if you have just joined us, share the program for us. This will also give you the opportunity to share the program. Let's go. Yayaka point to
Lumbus residence.
Hello, Daddy. The next jump on a gazette.
Nanani.
Nempume.
Unieka cra, no swear.
Yamiadon.
The Yamias.
What did the amount for Hika?
And I want to power that's one of pay.
A pretty no better than seeing yet opportunity. The big fan of Pagaya, the bishop Pagamilia, my.
Ghana for some Katia. Ukas would the amount for Nochia, Ubeko be mine. Sana Yama Santima Boniba, Bakujanfi, and running Joe, or dear Wako be mine sweet.
A plebeian soon is your one Instagram.
And yes, I'm a tedia, your baby near some queen. Okay, Nana, bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us. There is something in for everyone today. As soon as you join us, you share the program for us. Yes, we are going to set the ball rolling. We set the pace for others to follow. Who is a parent? The changing definition of a parent in the Immigration and Nationality Law of the United Kingdom. Land, life in the Babylon. Yes, we are going to be looking at the influence of changes to the immigration rules. Yes, yes. Big lady, long time. Beautiful Larry. Good morning to you. Mr. Charles. Good morning to you. Michael Kimball. Greetings in the name of His Majesty. Good morning to you all. So what are the changes that are coming up? It's very, very important that we know what is about to happen, what is coming, so that we can take the necessary steps, so that we can make the necessary decisions at the right times, not to be caught by these changes. Like I always say, immigration and nationality law of the United Kingdom is one of the fastest changing areas of law in the UK. As we know, almost every day, almost every week, we heard about changes to the immigration law. Almost every week, we hear about new laws. And as an immigrant, as someone with an interest with the UK immigration system, it is vital that you update yourself at all times. Sometimes people think that, having experience means that you have been doing something for so long. But if you don't update yourself, my friends, you end up living in the 17th century, whilst we are now living in the 21st century. So it is important that as practitioners, as lawyers, as someone with an interest in UK's immigration and nationality law, you also update yourself at all times. And how do you update yourself? By finding the right materials and the right resources. Or perhaps every Saturday tuning in to Fire Life Radio and listen to the voice of legal reasoning. Oh yes. So if you have not already subscribed to Fire Life Radio Facebook homepage, I will encourage you to go there and subscribe to the page, so that every time that we bring any update, you can get it straight away. So that any time that you have time to listen to the voice of legal reasoning, and there is only one voice of legal reasoning, and that is Justice and Law Solicitors, you can then get it from there. So subscribe to Fire Life Radio and Justice and Law Solicitors homepage, and every time that there is any serious or important change, we will post it there, and you will then be able to also get to know it and benefit from it. Christiana Ntiwa, good morning to you. It's been a long time, but I hope you and the family are all doing well. So basically, that is how it is done. Madam Augustina Quaid, good morning to you wherever you are. Greetings, from Justice and Law Solicitors to your house. We hope that you are all doing well. So, Madam Vim Lady, Joyce Ajeba, greetings in the name of His Highness. We greet you and your family this morning. We hope that you are all doing great. So that is how we do it. Subscribe to Fire Life Radio Facebook homepage, and every time that there's an update, of course, we will bring you all the updates, and you are listening to the voice of legal reasoning. Gamache, good morning to you. Good morning. Long time. Yes. Today, surprise, surprise, I've seen people coming from every angle. So, what do we have for you today? Today, what we are going to be talking about is very important. And I hope by these changes brought about by House of Commons 590 HC 590, bringing in some new changes. I'm going to elaborate on these changes, and it is hope, and I hope that by the time that we finish of this program today, you have also updated your knowledge and yourself about what is about to happen and what has happened. So now let's go back to 11th of March. What happened on the 11th of March? As we all know, there has been a significant change in relation to health and senior care workers. The change is that as at 11th of March, if you are applying to come to the United Kingdom as a healthcare worker or senior care worker, you cannot no longer bring in your dependents. Dependents here means your spouse and your child or children. That is how it is. You can no longer bring them over. But that does not mean that you cannot apply to come in as a skilled worker. We need to understand that, because some people are now of the view that perhaps that means you cannot come to the United Kingdom as a care worker. That is not the case. If, for example, I live at Abeokuta State and Mr. Solomon Care Company has offered me a job, even though there has been a change in the law, as long as Mr. Solomon Care Company has issued me with a valid certificate of sponsorship, then of course I can apply from Lagos, Ikeja, to come to the United Kingdom and come as a care worker. However, what I cannot do is to bring in my wife and my children. At the moment, that is the law. And this became effect from the 11th of March. So we need to bear that in mind. Not only that, skilled worker or skilled workers in general, here, let's just pay attention to this distinction. When we say skilled work visa, care work and senior care workers, they are part of the skilled work. So the skilled work is the umbrella, if you like, and you have skilled work, and you have senior care worker, and you also have what you call it healthcare worker under the umbrella of a skilled work. Now, the financial threshold for skilled work in general has increased. The threshold is going to increase from 4th of April to £38,700. Skilled work in general. But there has been an announcement that those working in the healthcare profession, i.e. the healthcare assistants, skilled work, senior case workers, they will be exempted from meeting this new financial requirement of £38,700. So as it stands now, if you are coming in as a healthcare worker and your salary is, I think it's about 22,400 or something like that, then you should be able to meet the financial threshold. Notwithstanding the fact that the whole skilled work in general, the financial threshold is going to go up to £38,700 from 4th of April. So we need to bear that in mind. So I'm talking about skilled workers such as construction workers, for example. If you're coming in to do construction work and you have been issued with certificate of sponsorship, or you are looking for certificate of sponsorship, it is upon you to make sure that if the certificate of sponsorship is going to be issued or your application is going to be submitted after 4th of April, make sure that the money that they are going to pay you will be at least £38,700. If it does not happen that way, you're going to find yourself in trouble. So brothers and sisters, pay attention to this. You're not going to get that from nowhere apart from Justice and Law Solicitors, the voice of legal reasoning, D to the power of 2. So we need to be able to distinguish the two. So as a health worker, senior case worker, yes, the law still allows you to come in, but you cannot bring your dependents if your application is submitted on or after 11th of March. What about those who are already in the United Kingdom? What about those who are here as healthcare workers, senior care workers? Can they bring their spouses and their children? Since they are already in the United Kingdom, since their visas have already been issued, UK law does not pass retrospective legislation, and therefore for that reason it does not bite. If you're already here and you want to bring your child, you want to bring your spouse, the rules allow you to bring your partners and your spouses to join you in the United Kingdom, notwithstanding the fact that a law came into effect on the 11th of March. Because that law is only effective from the 11th of March coming, not going back. So that is the what you call it. That is the difference. So we should not get ourselves confused. Some people have been contacting me. They are panicking. They are already in the United Kingdom. There is no need for you to stress yourself too much. There is no need for you to rush. Why? Because you are already covered. Because you are already covered. And so for that reason, take your time, build your evidence strongly before you make a move. Because many a times, people rush. People rush. And this profession, what I have noticed is that people who rush are the ones who always seem to get things late. Because when you rush things, unfortunately, things will get delayed. But when you take your time and you build, believe in me, before you know, you get solid evidence and you will then be able to use it to make a successful application. So all that I say to you is, you are already in, there is no rush. Take your time, build your evidence, especially surrounding the doctrine of sole responsibility. Many times, people rush things and then sole responsibility come back and bite them, and at that point, they start looking for legal representatives to help them with their case. You know, the thing is, if it's not your field and you don't know it, I always say to people, don't try it. Because don't allow the damage to be done before you see salvation. Right? Don't allow the damage to be done before you look for a way out. Because this country, unfortunately, when it catches you, you will feel it. And he who feels it knows it. Very, very important. So now that we have established this distinction, we need to move on to the second one that is coming up, that you should also be aware of. And therefore, from 4th of April 2024, employers must pay those entering the skilled worker route a general salary threshold of 38,700 or the going rate for the role, which in this case, if you're a health worker, senior case worker, is just in their 20,000s. And on top of my head, I think it's healthcare workers, normally it's about, I think, 22,000 or so, and then senior case workers, you're looking at about 22 to 24,000 pounds. So we need to bear that in mind. Another increase that we need to be aware of, we have talked about this in previous weeks, but it's also important that I keep reminding people, because many times people wait until last minute, then they start rushing lawyers. It is not good for your health, and it is not good for my health. When things are being done in a rush, there is potential for mistakes to also occur. So I would say to you, between now and 10th of April, please ensure that you get your documents ready. People have come to see me, and then when you go through their documents, they are not ready. And yet, they want to submit their applications. Some will come to you, their money is not even ready, and they're expecting you, the lawyer, to go and conjure money from the skies to help them to pay for their home office fees. I don't know why some people live in such in such world. I don't even know what to say. That you're expecting a lawyer to pay for your application fee. How is that possible? How can that happen? I don't know. But please, those people who have a habit of doing that, don't try it. Stop it. Because it doesn't work. And the lawyer feels insulted for someone to even to ask him that question. That can you pay my home office fees for me? I mean, what planet do you live on? Kennedy Japan will say you live in a fanciful land of Pluto. It doesn't happen. If you need money, you go to bank and borrow. That's what we all do. So by all means, if you want to do an application, you plan towards it. And you don't tell a lawyer that you are ready if your money is not ready, because that means you're not ready. That means you cannot submit your application. And therefore, it's very, very important. Now, the financial threshold from the 11th of April. Financial threshold from the 11th of April. If you are going to bring your wife, if you are going to bring your husband, if you are going to bring your civil partner, from the 11th of April on the dot, the financial threshold is no longer 18,600. It is no longer 18,600 pounds. It is jumping to 29,000 shoppable pounds. What am I talking about when I say the financial threshold? It means if I say I'm going to bring my wife from Swaziland to join me in the United Kingdom, and I am British, or I have indefinite leave to remain, or I am European national living and working in the United Kingdom, with either settled scheme status or pre-settlement scheme status, and I am living in the United Kingdom, and I want to bring my wife to the United Kingdom. The government says in order for my wife not to become a burden to the UK state, I must work and currently earn at least £18,600. However, from the 11th of April, this amount is increasing to £29,000. And therefore, from the 11th of April, if I am no longer earning £29,000 per annum before tax and national insurance, so in short, a gross amount of £29,000, from 11th of April, the law says that I can no longer bring my spouse to join me in the United Kingdom, unless, of course, I am earning at least £18,600. So, in effect, the advice is, if you are intending to bring your wife, to bring your husband, to bring your civil partner, and you know that you are not earning £29,000, you are earning, for example, £19,000 to £29,000, then the advice is, do the application, do it and do it and do it now before the bullet bites. Because as soon as we hit 11th of April, you cannot no longer bring your spouse to join you in the United Kingdom if you are not earning £29,000 and above. You are listening to the voice of legal reasoning. You can only get this from Justice and Law Solicitors. The name is David Darko, D to the power of 2. Now, what about the children? Now the UK government says there is no longer going to be extra amount of money that you must earn in order to bring your children to the United Kingdom. So that means as long as from the 11th of April 2024, I am working and I'm earning £29,000, and I want to bring my wife and my 10 children, the new law says that it matters not. The children, you don't have to earn any amount of money towards meeting any financial requirement for the children. So on one hand, the increase is steep, and therefore it's going to affect a lot of people. On the other hand, if you have children, more children, you have produced, and you want to bring all of them, and as long as you are earning £29,000 and above, you don't have to be worried about meeting any financial requirement for any of your children. So praise the Lord for those who have produced so much, they'll be able to bring all their children to the United Kingdom. Say hallelujah. Like the Bible says, you must produce like the sands at seashores. The next one that I'm going to talk about is Appendix EUSS. That's the European Union Settlement Scheme. From 4th of April 2024, Appendix Administrative Review EU will be amended to remove the ability to make an out-of-time application for administrative review of an eligible EUSS decision made before the 5th of October 2023. So that means those people who put in an application under EU settlement scheme or pre-settlement scheme, the policy is going to be amended to remove your ability to make an out of time. So that means when you are giving a decision, don't wait. Yes, Mr. Kwekwe, baby, I will be around. Through you, a lot of people have been blessed. And today, I'm going to share this testimony to all people, to all mankind. I thank you. You don't know why I'm thanking you. Keep listening, and I'm going to explain to you how your contact has benefited a lot of people. You'll be surprised. People are calling me and thanking me. I am taking the praise, but I say I should give the praise to Mr. Kwaku Edu. Thank you very much, and for your support and for joining the program today. At some point, I'm going to share this with people so that our people can open up and also be kind to people. Because at the end of the day, just be kind to someone. Believe in me, it's a blessing to that person, and you are the God of that person. No God is going to come from no heaven. God is on earth. We are God. That is the reason why God said that He has created us in His own image. And therefore, if you are His image, then we are Him. We are God. Yes, and we are also the devil. So it's up to us to choose the godly path or to choose the evil path. Kwaku decided to choose the godly path. And today, he has been a blessing to a lot of people. I will come to that, and I'm going to share this testimony with you all. Appendix UUSS, what are we talking about? Basically, the ability to bring out of time application for administrative review is going to be removed. So if your application is refused, you are given 10 days, 14 days, 15 days. Strict deadlines, strict timelines is very, very important in this country. You have to do whatever it takes to make sure that you comply with the rules. If you say 28 days, make sure that you run to see a lawyer as soon as possible. Don't wait until you have 1 day to go and then you start rushing lawyer down. The time that I'm supposed to be sleeping, you start giving me a phone call. And when you don't reach me, you go and make a complaint. You had more than 28 days to sort this out. And unfortunately, lawyers don't sit there and wait for you. Time is no man's friend. When time catches you, it catches you. And therefore, as soon as there is an issue, straight away you take the necessary steps. You don't just sit there and say, God will do, so I'm going to pray. Them days that the manners fall from heaven to earth is no longer applicable these days, and it can no longer be applicable anymore, because God has given us brain to think, hands to use, mouth to talk. And therefore, when there is an issue, straight up, you talk to people. And when it's a legal issue, and especially immigration and nationality law, there is only one place to go: justice and law solicitors. Get in touch as soon as you can so that we can find solutions to your legal problems. Don't wait until it is too late, because we are very, very busy. And to get appointment, we need about a week advance notice to be able to get you the appointment. So please, if you need an appointment, you want something done, get in touch quick so that we can book mutually convenient time, so that we can have time for you. That is the way I operate. Some people say, you know what, lawyer, people come to you, they take too long in the consultation room. I said to them, people, a bird in hand is worth more than 1,000 in the bush. That is my belief. That's my principle. That's my philosophy. Why? Because if someone have to travel from Andover, if someone have to travel from Scotland all the way to Brixton to see me, are you telling me that I should stop the person up, get rid of the person, and come on the phone and speak to someone who is sitting there comfortable in his home and wanting free legal advice? No. A bird in hand is worth more than 1,000 in the bush. That is my principle. That has always been my principle. And therefore, people who show us the respect, people who travel from afar to come and see us, I have to make the time for them today, I have to make the time for them tomorrow, and I have to make the time for them forever, because they see the importance of their problems, and also they are prepared to come and see us face to face for us to go through their problems and find solutions for them. Because time is money, and time is no man's best friend. Once you lose it, you never get it back. And therefore, when these people travel from afar, it is my job to ensure that they are satisfied before they leave the room. It is my job to make sure that they feel that their traveling, their timing, and the what do you call it, the expenses that they have occurred was worth it. And through the Spirit of the Most High, speaking to this lady yesterday, as a lawyer, I have referred a lot of people to you. And anyone that has come to you, they came back smiling. That is my job. We will do the best that we can to make sure that when you leave our office, you leave with smiles. Madam Diana Free, good morning to you wherever you are. Greetings from Justice and Law to your house. Madam Maria Moringa Sanda, we greet you. Yes. Bonjour, Mama. Bonjour, Ramatu. We greet you. So thank you very much. So basically, upon this administrative review is going to be removed. Those people who are bringing in late administrative application in relation to EU settlement scheme and pre-settlement scheme, as you know, is going to be removed from 4th of April 2024. Bear that in mind. If you have done an application, it gets refused, don't waste time. If you need to see a lawyer, Lawyer David Darko, my number is 0207 9935976 or 07538969589, or simply just go to our website www.justiceandlawsolicitors.com. All our details are there. Call in with the view of booking an appointment. Don't come and sit on the phone and start asking endless questions, thinking that you will get free advice and then you just basically disappear from the scene. We don't do that no more. When we come here and you want to ask advice for free, we are happy to do that. But our office hours is for business. And therefore, for those people who are serious, those people who want to book appointment to come and see us, are the people that we entertain. It's not those who pick up a pen and a paper, standing on the phone and keep asking questions upon questions upon questions. In the past, we have tolerated this type of behavior, but unfortunately, we don't do that anymore. Because at the end of the day, our office hours is for business. It's not for charity work. Saturdays, we are happy to do charity. But Monday to Friday, don't try, my friends, don't try. Some people have done it, and we know who those people are. But if you try these days, we will simply tell you lawyers not available to speak to you. It's not about being rude, but it's about also allowing ourselves time to do the work for those people who have paid us to do their work, those people who have cared, those people who have invested time in us, money in us, for us to do a job for them, a good job for them. And therefore, we also have to, invest in these people with our time, our knowledge, and our energy. So that's how the world works. So we thank you very much for your continuous support. Madam Enofosua, greetings from Justice and Law Solicitors to your house. Santa Cruz, I greet you in the mighty name of Yahweh. Teach them, lawyer. We go teach them. That's the way it is. We and them know how we go work it out. Now, let's move on to a permission to work for people seeking asylum. Some people have applied for asylum, and we have been successful, in actually seeking work permit for asylum seekers. And by His grace, some of them have come to the office to thank us. Some of us have called us, to tell us that how they've been successful in securing a job. And through that, we have actually managed to get change people's visa into skilled worker visa for them, because they were waiting for the asylum. It was going on for almost forever, and then they were lucky enough to get a skilled work visa, a skilled work sponsorship, and through that we've been able to apply for a skilled work, and now their status is somehow is a bit protected, so that is how it is. Justice and Law Solicitors, I always say this: we will only tell you the truth. We will only do what will help you. It's not about money, and it's not about anything. It's about doing the right thing. And sometimes doing the right thing means I had to fight my clients to protect them from themselves. Where people become desperate, sometimes they just want to do anything. But we've been able to persuade them and sometimes be harsh with them for them to see reality rather than living in fantasy. So that is how it is. So we will do the best that we can. And sometimes if we have to fight our clients for them to do what is right for themselves, that is what I do. You know, some people will tell you that they've come to me and I've had a very heated argument with them because they were so desperate that they wanted to do something that I know it will not help them. And I had to fight them to convince them that no, you can't do that. That will not help you in the long run. Yes, I have lost clients. Some people did not listen. And as a result, they got angry. They took their case. They went somewhere. But as the truth is only one, they still came back. And as I speak to you, one of them, only this week, has actually got her British passport. Came to see me about 6 years ago. I said, woman, the step that you are taking is not going to help you. Don't do it. Oh, lawyer, but I want to do it. I said, no. For me, it's not about money. It's about integrity. It's about integrity. Because at the end of the day, if I do wrong by you, there is no way that tomorrow you're going to sit somewhere and say that I'm a good person. No way. Even if you don't say it, you may have a family member, a family friend, that, oh, Lawyer Darko is doing my case. And then all of a sudden, what happened to your case? Oh, the case didn't succeed. How come? Oh, he's not that good. The person is not going to tell you why it came, it happened that way. No doubt about it. Many people will simply let it slide. They will not tell the person the truth. Why? Maybe the visa was not issued. They will simply gloss it. And to the third party, this lawyer is not good. And then, if another person is looking for a lawyer, oh, I'm going to Lawyer Darko. Oh, he's not good. He was the one who damages Ama's case. And they say, bad news travel fast. But for me, I say, if you come to me, I will do what is right by you. And sometimes I have to disagree with people and try to persuade them for them to understand my way of thinking and how it may help them in the long run. So yes, I've had some clients that I've had some clash with, but I am glad that some of them, in the end, they agreed with me. Those who went away, believe in me, they came back. Because the truth is only one. And if it is the truth, you can go to east, you can go to west, you can go to north, you can go to south. It will not change. It remains the same. So it's very, very important that our decision makings, we don't use emotions. Yes, we don't use emotions, but we use logic to be able to make decisions. It helps us a great deal. So those people applying for asylum and permission to work, the Migration Advisory Committee explicitly recommended that this was not done, i.e., changes have been made to paragraph 360A and 360D of the immigration rules on permission to work for people waiting for asylum decisions. These changes makes reference to the shortage occupational list, to the new appendix immigration salary. Take note. Now, the shortage occupational list is also being replaced by what they call appendix immigration salary list. So that means the shortage occupational list, instead, you have to be looking for appendix immigration salary list. So if you want to know whether an occupation is needed, is on the list, and the workers are required from outside the United Kingdom to come and work in the UK from 4th of April do not go and look for shortage occupational list. Instead, look for appendix immigration salary list, meaning they will be able to work in far fewer roles than those previously applied. So basically, the type of work that asylum seekers, those awaiting decisions, is going to be very few jobs, and those jobs have to be on the appendix salary list, appendix immigration salary list. Those jobs must be on those lists. And I'm pretty sure that skilled worker, what do you call it, the care industry, i.e. healthcare work and all that, I suspect that it would be on there. So if you are an asylum seeker and you need help, we have helped a lot of people through this angle to be able to secure work permits. They were also able to secure a job. So this new rule shed light to what I was saying. So you are waiting for an asylum. Listen to this very carefully. You have applied for an asylum. The asylum is pending. As long as there is a job in the appendix immigration salary list, écoutez bien, let's listen to it very, very carefully. There is something here. I cannot go straight to the point, but I want people to be able to analyze what I'm saying. Listen to this very carefully. If Lawyer Darko, I've come to the United Kingdom, I have applied for an asylum. Asylum is pending. I want to work in the United Kingdom. What the rule is going to say is this: the job that I can do, that I'll be allowed to do, must be in the appendix immigration salary list. Appendix immigration salary list. So that means that whilst my asylum application is pending, I can apply to work in the United Kingdom. And we all know that if you applied as a skilled worker, you'll be given a new status. And therefore, by definition, as an asylum seeker waiting for a decision, you may be able to skilled your way into a work permit visa to stay in the United Kingdom. The word to the wise is in the south, and everything good must come from the west. So they say, but the sun sets in the east. So that is that for that one. Now we have appendix victim of domestic abuse. Domestic abuse has become rampant, where immigration status and immigration papers are being used as a tool of operation. People are using immigration documentation as a weapon of destruction. People are using immigration as a whip to crack the back of vulnerable people. Like Bob Marley said, when I heard the sound of the whip, my blood started running cold. I remember the way they brutalized my very soul. So, slave driver, the time has come. Catch a fire, and you are not going to get burned. Now, the law or a policy is now in place. Appendix victim of domestic abuse is going to be amended, or is being amended, to include all partners with pre-settled status under the EU settlement scheme as well. So, your husband, your wife, has brought you to the United Kingdom, and all that he or she is doing is abusing you from left to right, from the top to the bottom. Abuse everywhere, every day, abuse, abuse, abuse. Now, the rule is being amended to include partners with pre-settled status under the EU settlement scheme regime. We need to be aware of that. Exceptional assurance, COVID-19 concession. Home Office have made what we call the exceptional assurance to the immigration rules, which is going to come into effect on 4th of April 2024. And this is going to be part of paragraph 39E. On exceptions for overstaying. And this is being amended to include a period of overstaying between 1st of September 2020 and 28th of February 2023, where the person has been given everything noticed by the Home Office, saying they will not be considered as an overstayer during this period. So, this period, 1st of September 2020 to 28th of February 2023, if Home Office have already written to you previously, then of course you need to write back to them so that they can revisit it. Crucially, this is the most important part. Change to definition of a parent. Now, it's going to be restrictive approach to the definition of a parent. What am I talking about? The new definition of a parent under Introduction 07 of the Statement of Changes includes biological parent, the blood family, legal parent, where the person have the legal document recognizing someone who is not a biological parent as a parent or a guardian, and an adoptive parent. These people will be classified as a parent. That means step parents, they are going to be removed as a parent. So this is what it means. The rule says that if you're a step parent, you do not have automatic parental responsibility. Now listen to this very, very carefully. So maybe we have someone called Santa Cruz as an example. Santa Cruz does not have any status in the United Kingdom. Santa Cruz is in a relationship with Santa Claus. Santa Claus have a child from previous relationship. And as Santa Cruz is perhaps married or living together with Santa Claus for more than 2 years, or they are married, Santa Claus' child is a stepchild of Santa Cruz. And therefore, in this instance, Santa Cruz is a stepmother to Santa Claus's child. And the current rules, yes, Santa Cruz can say that, yes, I'm a stepmother to this child, and therefore, since the child is British, and I have a parental relationship with that child, I want to stay in the United Kingdom on the basis of my relationship with Santa Claus's child. That was permitted, but now, because of the changes that are coming up from 4th of April, Santa Cruz will no longer be able to make the argument that Santa Claus's child is her stepchild, and therefore she is going to rely on that child to obtain status in the United Kingdom. Unless, of course, she has been granted custody order, parental order, guardianship order, something to this effect, and therefore she will then become a legal parent, and on that grounds she will then be able to do an application on that basis. Now, because the government argues, being a step parent, you can simply walk away, and therefore you don't have automatic parental responsibility. Sorry, this policy will come into effect on 6th of June 2024, so we need to bear that in mind. Also, Hong Kong British nationals route the concession allowing people with an asylum claim who are on immigration bail to apply to the scheme will be put into the rules on 4th of April 2024. Other changes coming in include allowing grants of extensions of leave to be made with recourse to public funds where the person has previously been permitted this and continues to be eligible. Up to 28 days of additional leave can be added to a person's grant of further leave to assist them in reaching the 5-year period after they are eligible for settlement. Now, the next one is appendix long residency. A new appendix long residency is being introduced, replacing the existing rules. And therefore, in order to qualify for settlement, people must have held leave in their route for 1 year or have been exempt from immigration control within 12 months immediately before their application. What does this mean? Now the rule is being changed, and especially those people who sit there for their visas to expire before applying for indefinite leave. This goes to you. Some people sit there, they will never do their life in the UK test. When their visas are going to expire, they rush to their lawyers, telling their lawyers to put their applications in, and once the application is in, they will sit the exams and then submit their fingerprint. They rush to the Adaku. Out of sympathy, you help them to put in the application so that their visa doesn't expire. Instead of taking it as a priority, as a World Cup, to go and do their life in the UK test and English test in time, they go home and sleep. 4 months time, Home Office throw away the application and tell them that, look, you have submitted your application such a long time ago, you have not done your fingerprint, and therefore your application is treated as invalid. At that point, they try to blame the lawyer. They would never want to set any responsibility. This law is for you. If you are one of those people, be very, very careful. Lawyer Darko, me now, when you come and your documents is not ready, I will not even entertain you. I will not pick it. I will not take it. Why? Because I don't want this sort of self-inflicting damage that people do to themselves. And then when it goes wrong, they try to look for someone to blame. Instead of going to sit the exams on time, they will sit there and never do it on time. And then they put themselves in a box. And then when it goes wrong, they try to look for someone to blame. So Justice and Law, we have made it our policy that those people who wait till last minute, if you come in and your documents are not ready, we will send you packing. Because we would rather avoid the potential problems that could ensue for your own negligence and your I don't care reason about your own immigration situation and circumstances. So it's very, very important that you take the right steps at the right time and do it quick. Don't wait until it is too late. So let's take this into account. Because now, if you don't do your exams on time, you don't pass on time, and you put in your application, 2 months, 3 months, you have still not passed your life in the UK test. When it happens like that, 2 things. Home Office are going to reject your application. Once they reject your application, from that day, you become an overstayer. If you go back to try to put in an application for indefinite, they will not grant you. Because within the last 12 months, you have become an overstayer and therefore you don't qualify for indefinite leave. In that instance, you may have to apply for another extension of leave, and then after 1 year, you can then go and plead on the 14-day rules and then apply for indefinite again. You end up paying twice. It's up to the individuals. Because of all this madness, Justice and Law, we will not entertain people like that. Because some people are not serious about their own life. They are not serious about their own immigration status. You can only help someone so much. And you can only help someone who wants to help themselves. Even God says so. You know, so it's very, very important that we bear this in mind. And when we are taking steps, we're taking actions. Take it at the right time and do it at the right time so that we get ourselves covered. We don't put ourselves in a mess and they try to look for someone to blame. It's very, very, very important that we take all this into account. You can only get this from Justice and Law Solicitors, the voice of legal reasoning. Now let's take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we will continue the program.
And control the DJ.
When we come back, we are going to be looking at child access C100 application. Don't touch the door. Don't move. Let me get water to drink. 5 minutes, we'll be back. Sir.
Living like a poor man is not easy, especially if you don't have money to spend. Living like a poor man is not easy, especially if you don't have money at all. Living like a poor man is not easy, for this is world. Hey. If you don't get the money, what can you go do? Tell me, what can you go say? When the kids are crying, yeah, landlord to the wait. Wahala day for work side. The woman to the trouble you. But let me tell you, a hungry man is an angry man. To make you turn to God, oh my brother. For this one is full of greed, full of hate, full of suffering. Make you stop your lying, my brother. Stop your cheating, oh. Stop your hate, everything, oh. I say stop your fornicating, hey. Living like a poor man is not easy, especially if you don't have money to spend. Living like a poor man is not easy, especially if you don't have money at all. Living like a poor man is not easy, especially if you don't have money to spend. Living like a poor man is not easy, especially if you don't have money at all. Yeah.
Yes, we are back. Second part of the program. Thank you very much for sticking around. Oh yeah. All right, let's continue to the second segment of the program. It's a question that I'm going to pose. I don't know whether people can give us an answers. I've come across a lot of cases. I've also come across a lot of people through my professional lives. Question that I'm asking myself is as follows. Is it easy for a parent to walk away from responsibility by blaming the other parent? Or is simply just an excuse that people give so that they don't have to be responsible to a child that they have created to this world? It's just a question that I am asking. I have had the opportunity to advise a lot of people who are in a very, very, very dicey situation where there has been a relationship breakdown. And basically, one parent is trying to use the child against the other parent. And many of times, one of the parents can get so angry that they may decide to walk away from the child. Or one parent may decide, I don't want this drama. If you don't want me to see my child, or you are acting as if you don't want me to be part of the child's life, then so be it. I'm walking away. Is that the right move? Is that the right thing to do? To walk away from your own child, from your own creation? I don't know. People are different. I am not here to judge, but it's a matter of inquiry. I'm just trying to make sense out of this. My personal view is as follows. If you create a child and you bring the child to this world because you are God, that's the reason why you're able to create a child. That is my philosophy. If you create a child to this world, that child did not ask to be created. That child did not ask to be born. And therefore, if it takes two to tango, then it takes two to bring up a child. It takes two to make a child. It takes a village to raise a child. So I say. And therefore, for me, regardless of the differences that the two may have, the child is equally both of your responsibility. The child is both your blessing, and if you like, if you want to call it a curse because the relationship did not work out, then it's both of your curse as well, depending on how you want to interpret this. So for a parent, for me, to be saying that I'm walking away from my own child, it's not something that I agree with. People may have their reasons for doing things, but personally, I don't agree with that premise or that principle. Because regardless of what, no matter how your circumstances, being there for a child does not mean you have to buy the child a mansion. Being there for a child does not mean that you have to see the child every day. Being there for a child does not mean that you have to put the child to bed every day. Being there for a child does not mean you have to take the child to holidays every day. But just being there. There are so many supports that you can give to a child. This includes psychological support, financial support, emotional support, and physical support. What am I talking about? Sometimes a child may need a father or a mother just to hold him and say, you know something, everything will be all right. This is called emotional connection. You connect to the child. That is all that the child needs at that time of his or her life. If you are there to do that, you are providing a support to a child. Sometimes physical support. Maybe the children may be doing physical education at school. Parents, running or parent night or parent day or whatever it may be. A child may need a parent to hold his hand and take him to the school. For him to be proud and say, this is my daddy, he brought me to school. This is my mommy, she brought me to school. That's all that a child needs. Being able to be there to do for a child, for me, is crucial. Sometimes a child may need a present on a birthday. You may not have a lot, but you can buy maybe a sock. You go there and say, son, I don't have a lot, but in my own way, this is to show that I care. This is to show that I love you. These are the little things that people remember. And I'm going to use my own life as an example. I remember, this is 1970s or late part of 1970s. I do remember St. Anne's Anglican School in Ashton. We did an exams and I came on top of the class. And then when I come home, as you know, you want people to see that, yeah, you're on top of your class. So I remember going to my grandfather's house, showing him my terminal report, and him seeing his grandson being on top of the class. He was over the moon. He was so happy. And in his own way, now when you look back, as funny as it may sound, but at that time it was precious. And it's something that has remained with me up to today. He bought me a tea bread. And those people back in the days, if you know tea bread, it's like a stick. Long bread. Here they'll call it French bread. But in Ghana, they call it tea bread. And he bought me Fanta with it. And the tea bread, they split it into two and they put margarine or butter right in the middle. As a child, I was at the candy shop. I was thrilled. I held the bread like that and they started jamming the bread and drinking my Fanta. It's a small act, but it has remained with me for all these years. Small act of kindness will always remain with you forever. And when my grandfather saw this, the encouragement that he gave me, he told me, I know that in life you will make it. Regardless of what anyone says or what anyone think about you. Just focus on your dreams and keep working hard. I am proud of you, grandson. And this is something that has remained with me up to today. I am a focused person. I don't joke. When I put my mind in that I'm going to do this, unless it is done, I don't rest. I don't care what anyone says. I will just focus on what I need to do and execute it. So these are some of the things, small things. It can shape your life. It can shape your views. It can make you who you are. So you're a parent, you are watching me, and you are thinking of walking away from your own child. Believe in me, it does a lot of damage to the child. So many researches have been conducted. And it goes on to show that children coming from both parental household, they tend to do better in life than those coming from a single household. So it's very, very important that, we are aware of this, that we pay attention to this, and basically make sure that, okay, it's not easy. Let me try this. I'm getting a warning that the battery is running low, so let me turn this on quick before everything goes off. So basically, it's very, very important that, as a parent, you do what is right for yourself and for your family. Do not, think that, the mother is doing this, the father is doing this, and therefore I'm not going to do this. Think about what is in the best interest of the child. And when the case goes to court, that is exactly what the court do. It's not about emotions. It's not about what you feel or what you like. Mainly, it's about making decisions in the best interest of the child. So if you're a mother, if you're a father, and you feel the other parent is taking the biscuit, liberties, you cannot just walk away because you say that, well, the mother is behaving this way or the father is behaving this way, and therefore I don't want to know. Your child is your responsibility. If you don't play any role, if you don't do the best that you can to be involved in a child's life, when the child grows up and you try to look for the child will not buy any excuse that you give. I was watching a video and a short clip, and basically the father, absent father, also known as deadbeat, he then went to the child, and after some years tried to put all the blame on the child's mother. Your mother prevented me from seeing you. Your mother did this, your mother did that, your mother did this, and your mother did that. And the child turned around and said, okay, fair enough. You are putting all the blame on mother. She's not here to defend herself. Please, can you show me any evidence that you made any attempt whatsoever officially to be involved in my life? The father was just standing there. He could not answer that question. So if you are an absent father or mother and you want to prove that you are involved in a child's life, then I will suggest to you that don't just sit there, do something about it. And you can go to court. C100 application. You can apply for access to your child. You can apply for specific issue order, where the child resides, what the child does, where the child goes on holidays, religion and everything. If you want to be involved, there is always, what you call it, a mechanism in which you can use to be involved in your child's life. So no more excuse that is this person's fault, is that person's fault. If you want to be a responsible parent, the rules are there. Sometimes I hear men saying that, oh, but in UK the law is for the women. Who tells you that? I have helped a client who is a man. He has got, what do we call it, custody of his children. It is the man who is looking after the children, but not their biological mother. Because the court felt that the man was more suitable to look after the children than the woman. And this has happened. So that excuses that people give, that excuse don't bite anymore. Your children are not going to buy that excuse anymore. Don't be a deadbeat. Be a dead alive. Be someone who is alive and to be able to contribute to your child's life. Justice and Law Solicitors Lawyer Dako. If you want to apply for C100, by all means get in touch with us. We can come to, a very good deal. We can give you options. Many times people cry about money. Yes, money is important. Money is difficult to come by. But believe in me, money cannot buy everything. A love that a parent can have for a child, a love that a child can have for a parent, believe in me. And penny for say, what means you on son and for a machine. And therefore, for me, it's very, very important that regardless of what, be there for the child. Long distance, whatever, there are so many ways that you can be there for your child. Being there for a child is crucial. No more excuse, no more libby, no more laba. You can always find means and ways. These days, thank you very much, Mr. Francis Jobo. Now, social media and advent of modern technology means that you don't have to physically go there. Of course, you can do FaceTime, so many ways that you can communicate as if you are present and you are there. So no more excuse. They're deadbeat fathers, deadbeat mothers. Be there for your child. It's not about your pride. It's what is in the best interest of the child. I end here. And definitely, I'm going to activate the telephone lines. Let's take some phone calls. 1:15. We bring the program to an end. Because I'm so busy. I've got so much stuff that I need to do. So I beg, let's, speed up. And let's just do the best that we can. Also, Mr. Ishem, the late Mr. Ishem, oni na busia me bonyumi emamo machi de be kan kuse anyumi ye bomamo enkomamo muni mabusia nyina Mr. Ishona yie Coventry ana eyie no eba bekoso ewo hono. On top of my head, I think it's on the 26th 26th of the month. Let me just check and give you the date and the location. If you are around there and you want to come and support the family, by all means, you are welcome. I will be there no matter what. I have to do whatever. I need to drop everything and be there. The late Mr. Isham, I don't know what to say, but all that I can say is may the Almighty God bless his soul. And what can you say? It's one of those things, such as life. God gives, God takes. The funeral is taking place on Tuesday, 26th of March, 2024. And the funeral service is starting from 12 o'clock to 1:30 p.m. at Central Hall Methodist Church, Warwick Lane, Coventry. And the burial will be taking place at Canley Garden Cemetery in Coventry at 1:30. Lawyer Darko, it's very, very tough for me to be going to cemeteries. I don't like going to cemeteries. I don't like it. But I hope that God give me the courage to make it to the cemetery as well. By all means, I'll be at the funeral. Cemetery is not a place that I like it. I like, but sometimes necessity will make us do things that we don't want to do, and we shall be there for the family and support the family. And to you me, what do you for? I don't even know what to say. Yes, the lines are also activated. The number is 07538 969 589. Hello, caller.
Hello, lawyer. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you. Nampacho did send a free.
I'm about to from Christopher. I'm from London here now.
All right, Christopher, young call.
Me pacho na me pese me bisa se o waro bi wo Ghana na nkrata so na mo ba ha sei na mo betana na bia mo jaya waro no wo Ghana. That certificate no ye jitum wo ha sei na. Divorce certificate wo Ghana no ye jitum wo ha.
A bit dependent our recra moye. Ordinance, okay. And the ordinance marriage there, Ujaya, Ubege court divorce, our friend is certificate of divorce. Se Ukita Noah by operation of the law, section 46(1) of the Family Law Act of 1986. If you divorce through court procedures, automatically is recognized in the UK. And to divorce, say a judge and assign so as you did do the divorce through court proceedings, and they will accept it in the United Kingdom straight away.
Okay.
If I try to answer your question,
the
reason why I make kind of be bribby say Obi why ordinance marriage, no customary divorce, which is in fact it's against the law.
Okay.
Tina Michi Musano. Pacho, another question I say.
Na me pacho Nti say ugya no krom ha so a eno so just a judge na be gina so na.
That's right. Ebe court. Now I go through the proceedings and the judge and then the sabesha say emremu no mojaya wari.
Okay.
The reason is countries be ohonoma they have different types of marriages. Ghana, for example, there were 3 main types of marriage. A group our rate are 3 different ways. There will be a friend a customary marriage, and no ebusian for tinefi near Kikambu, our rate. And then almost engagement, you know.
Okay.
And your Muhammadan marriage according to Islamic law. And you want the civil marriage, and on a question Bruni awari do the bray. And Tino say, Uye Bruni awaria, Ube Jawu Bruni Jayu, and then a court na judge in Sashansi.
Okay.
Tisanity dear anyhow. Why?
Na me patrol say who happy. The ordinance Ghana ordinance marriage away brewer. Ube to me the home you ma na no so be court say na o kan.
A cromwa divorce be a court. A court se parties no agitum sawari negu. Na omnyina agituma, you don't have to physically go to court. Everything can be done on paper.
All right.
But court is embema and a time bem whereby the parties are fighting. Ebi ku japade ho, ebi ku nkra ho, chese when there is a mess and when na tembiano, you'll be dragged to come to court.
Okay.
Name so ba gitum sawari negu, be ma gitum sawari egu. Ye nku japade bia ho de ya, e na anyam, ye twetwa no obi akọ baby. But it will go through the court process which can take 6 to 7 months.
My patrol.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, good morning to you. Patriots like I said, you listen like I said free.
Good morning, Patricia. Like I say.
If you are the same, you there can not be so. If you are the or you know, hey, or you didn't even what here for. So no, I say, bro. What you so be say, Nima me deal they say, was a lawyer phone so we could miss a minute an hour. Hey, what a young Nyanko Padrom, young warden pa, ye talim se Taliban.
Now, patronomy Busa said, would you know how many years are now for your naturalization? Here, exams no being life in UK or B1 now?
65 and above.
65 and above.
Yes.
If let's say me and 65 this month, you can still apply.
That's right. And you know, or applier, you request for exemption on the basis of age.
Okay.
It is sanity. Now, if you said the internet here, it's kind of young number with the gumbo to more. A true beer, most of them run a moment trebi. Now, you see, yes, can you be the engineer one time?
I was thinking that was straightforward.
A cromwa, idea is straightforward. A idea winning. Say, Unima, and you straightforward. Now, who could make mistakes to swap? Was so yeah, yes,
now one yeah.
Sanity. And you know, scanning dear, a do beer. How would you be about saying a beardy? Let's go near when you say swab for so. Why?
It's true, Master Papa. Yeah, that's when the make up strength because when you're 65, no, Mr. Onyansa, no, Oma is 55, no, this year.
Okay, and also on try. Now, Omra justice and law. Nesicano, you see, you have free wine, you come the okay, and I see be if you need there to us, bye bye. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Nyanko Pardom, me hoye pa. Okay, I find out fire away. Why?
September. You know,
Sesiano immigration health surcharge fees no kakra. Right now, roughly is about £2,600. Application fee nankasa is about 1,048. And to Kambuma, when the number 3,648 or baby. Home office fees, any immigration health surcharge fees, budget about £3,600 for it.
Okay. Okay. The patrol is here now. You see, a card, you card, that number you should buy.
Say what the Abane can say. Oh yeah, application from 31st of December 2024. The using of the cards is coming to an end. Everything is going to be electronic. That means you will have to learn how to go online and create a share code and use electronic means to prove your right to work and stay in the United Kingdom. Say will be a kita phone. And he said, Yama card da. Card, you know, save the card number, which is on the right hand side top corner of your card. It is save no baby. Dachi be an also prove your right to work. Sa card number no. Obeko Home Office website prove your right to work. O click here. Now the card number. She now the date of birth for she. Now immigration status ababi so. And it's a war airport umpo. Now so be so prove your right. Sana be. Baby I will be ano. You can simply create a share code, give it to them. They can check your status and you go about your business.
Hey, we are the one winning computer with the winning bro.
And very important. Very simple. Justice and law so be about me the tuition no much any free.
But I talk to you know so your friend saying just to come use after the year. Okay, because I hope you 2.5 so I also obey idea English test.
Obey English test level B1. So what the kind IAB and a successful application in the past. Ubet me soon no I throughout.
Okay. Because I need to be here media, you know, and tell me because I never tell me time you man.
And to us I be.
Okay. Okay. Make I 3,500.
Marka 500 oh, Mrs. 600. And your home office fees. Lawyer dear ma. Yes.
And the banker.
Lawyer dear, Obika, you say a moti uncomo, ye nini bedroom.
So
na so kwe usika be di bi ho esem ye na me do usika ma ba hu se usika dos no ahase transfer ska bremis me say eh papa yi usika na be do asa ojidi abega tu nya me nyom yes baba tuba oba no aka me na titi afri why hey, Papa di hear me show. What's it? What's it? Fan top petrol. Said we do. Yeah, that was it. Aye.
What the petrol that do? Why?
The chief for Masumo. What's all the achemio? It is my young Danasia. Enjoy dan deal.
But don't the petrol that do.
Aye, sanity. We don't see you. Bye bye for now.
Yo, bye bye.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, call. I'm Pachawana Castle free.
It's here now, sound free.
FIS. So what that Marco mess?
Now we patrol. That's so that maybe I made an indefinite application.
What's it we here there?
Exams, no.
Yes, I saw your life in the UK test and I was a English test, you know. Now
English test, no my
level 7 because so called life in the UK test you need level B1.
Level B1 I don't know. Unless I could double check it. Because in some yes B. Now I think I didn't need it then. And I'm here.
And there's a teacher 7 I work on said we see can eat it.
Check out it's more than 5 years.
Mama to work in a queer for and I said we see cancer, let me say any valid in Libya. Level B1. Any life in the UK test no. So we here M1 will be up with me a pass a test now. Contact me later. Now asem abesi asema na mpesa make so na me refi. Papa bi ye fe ne kwaku adu odia amanso awotie. Na okoya the test pass wie ye. Oba no se lawyer. Menya wo bi a otimi bo a me ma me pass me test. Na I was a bit skeptical kakra. Na me jini pa ne number. Since then no me number na mankrofo pi.
Oh, last year you can get me my past my last year. Somewhat 2 years ago, cry me yet to her.
Anyway, anyhow. And you know, just in case.
You want also there, and you want to just send near with the.
Will be a failure, and you know, take it serious. Sometimes, you know. Oh, you go online, Trinity College of London, choose level B1 for indefinite leave, book the test, is speaking and listening. That's it. Examples are on YouTube. Now I can't pass it. Why?
Okay. Number 2, Mr. Shana, okay. Mr. Shana, know about program is in the hospital now, okay.
I know some na make Mr. Amway. Nyako party in South Freno. On the 22nd of January, 10 p.m. he passed on to glory. Very, very painful, very, very sad. And if you say we are saying, oh, on any time, I know I do any. We be a jigweni, may never was and from go room. What's it? And you know, when your timer, when you be another D, when you be another, what you want, Mawaninje, na deke more shit. If we are seeing from Kobe, and then, me know we didn't want to make us say, Echinabi, Obeti, na le adako, makaminsa egumebo. Medium kasa same with me will be any deal. No more would die. Because if you are some buy, no doubt about that. I am blessed beyond imagination, more than what I expected. I'm a happy soul. I'm a happy person. And therefore, me will be any area, will be any day. Remember the good times, not the bad times. Sunny we are saying and we are so on was so. Ye papa, fadwin petu adwinin. Nefa odo anywhere ni mu kan. Baby a beku bia no be nhira. Enti Mr. Kwakwadu adavroma. Sele na America no. O kire me kwan no. In fact, enipa ni bebrebe aba ama ma kire omo kwan no. Ama mo nyina obi akopase. Oma no mo struggle. Oma ma ye ne 7 times, 8 times. Oma akopase amenne. Omo su kito mu indefinite. Omo kwakojo mo British passport. Enti sankanya wo a ana sebe okoye hu se ehoye ana ka be ka kire me a anka wonuanu anka yese nka up to now ka ebimu da so air struggle anka ebimu da so air suffer and so koye ma wo no wanka 112 you came and basically you did the introduction and through you know se me kan nipo ma pass akwa pass test na you will be surprised. Enti ne de betimi aka ne say Nyankopon enhyira o eso ko hu adepa na sebe wan fan hye wo na bebo amane ama enne ye nuanum bi eso a benefit every so aya na krofo frame a lawyer medasi o aya na I wish say anka omsu betimi afra no mada wase but because of confidentiality anytime inti we are making say woda mase amate enipa na free ni so bae no me frɛ no adanase so amamo enti ajakwaku adu ye da wase pi ese wo so atimi abo through you ye nuanum pi akọ na omso akọ pass test no ama sese omosum idea adwo no na ye ma me bi frɛ wa frɛ from every angle or frɛ from Facebook or frɛ from YouTube every angle or frɛ sa dem me say tamo be frɛ bia na obi gina so enti ma me ntra na me frɛ ne back na me say ma frɛ ne dia je say obeboro me because we try so be free as still be free bia no ontimi enye de ontimi embrem enti yesu maame na chese ese na etu ana mo ontimi fo na de also won ontimi editudwa Yes, mama, yanko, ne dey ne beti ayama.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It means why you want the pa every corner. Oh, Fred. Sorry about that. Tell me if you no business so. Eh, ya semo.
Me my dear na Mr. Wa say Mr. reflected in mama say bibia you okay.
Okay. Me we show na me show mama reply. Why?
Me patch me who and him one from some metro back.
Amba say wa. Ayire I say ayeka. Yes, you say boom, say computer baby you never give up.
And then never boom pass.
No worries. We will show that let's confirm my wife. It means what from a few times. Now my son is shake a crap. And if I me no was happy. And me say about quarter past pepe. Ye di adwuma no eba na wie ye. Obi otimi tie ye, obi otimi frɛ ye. Okay, o de hefa de wa free so hello.
Hello, Laya.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon. Nampa chodi de say na kasa free.
E ba se mama Tesco card in you.
Hey, Mama Tesco's. Now, Mr. Tesco's what you say?
No, ya pa.
What's my trust my friend and me no why into on friend me sharp why?
Me ba to you makatre no.
What's say what say abene wa?
Okay, you makatre no.
But that's it. Then
I read them a flower and me for a bus so say. Wo futu bi a wutu ne maybe a twem na me fire na me tra ho na me twene ho na wo to futu say. Dana for no ye called mama ya push ye ho ye make some a bit of changes where you know it's at a number of maternity. It makes me call back and I say no, me call back to me. You have to look for different job because the lawyer can't here. Me mama certificate in tonight them. Lawyer me does say. Nyamia do nyamia apwa me mo futu a wo de o kai ni na nyamia ya matom ama metimi enye duma metimi ya duma wo fie ni enti lawyer me does nyamia shira. Because they are futu na ka ya me to no sa me ya my comfortable wa duma ni mtu no me chese me nyene shi enti me does lawyer prefer me go me ko abatu senya enya lo yin nyuma kwa na wo de maye but futu a wo sa de maye no emu bi wo ha ye mfre wo de asie tie ni efa e de ye djuma ti lawyer ni tam from me da senya me shira
Meso me da wase papa se wenya courage na wetimi afre afidie so na ebia ensem ba kwa na se lienu ameka ye etimi ama oda empowerment any encouragement for you to make the right move to improve yourself, your family, and your job prospect. I thank you for making this telephone call.
Then I just try me that.
If you are saying we pushy, now they be a mekasa me my life. 2001, me degree. I'm a law school. Now I was saying me call Barclays Bank. I call Bosia £8,000. Now we do go to school fees. Me say me call bank ho. Ghana need you. Me ni abema. Na bo say di odi koye dey. Odi koye project ana. Anam say dey budget. Me do go school. Hey, I na dey na koye am so me dey call law school. I me kra me wie law school. Anam dey bet na bank e kan iska no. Na enkrofo we die. Hwa small kan you. Enkrofo we die. U wie school no kra na omo ma wadwuma ni bi ma wonye. Na me say e tutu me say akom. Who be shame mu. Me say mommy, just give me the money. Me just can no before nti. I went straight to the law school. £8,000 and I can go on. Any partner with this kind of man shop. I say, are you sure you are paying everything? I said, take the money and give me a receipt. Share a we are Bible cast same way at the verge of greatness. I want no boy some year in Nema. We see a pa airban. No boy some the temptation said Baby so quiet. And we are no one man. As we get strong, as we get tough. So the BBC when this one. Be ambitious. Don't let anyone stop you. Remember being control say any year. Remember being control say wintimi ye. You are the captain of your own ship. You are a master of your own destiny. We are God and we are devil. Say we choose you on the right path. It's up to you. Me obi catch obi ko jina bi catch obi say sa kwa we o mo bra. Yes. Obi ka sa case we to me ma bra bom. Na me tie no, and I'm say, hey, membo brano, and it will be your it will be above you. It will go beyond your imagination and your dreams. You are not a destiny helper. You are a destiny destroyer. But I am a captain of my own destiny. And I'm going to rise and rise and rise. The Yami, I didn't even show we are say. May the Minyami say every day. May my life is like a dream. Sometimes I pinch myself to believe it. And if you are so be ambitious. Obi obeka sema ebe encourage you, ebe empower no. Get those people around you. Obi obe negative. Stay away from negativity. Because at the end of the day, no, say o pese unyeska, yenko ohia ni wo se untufo, si de si nyeska. So pese umu se de si esumu nsuo ma, enye obi onim dware, ana betumi acho se de si edware nsuo. Sebe se o pese ohun bibia, obi a waye bida, obi a waduru ho, onu ni ebusa no. Na oyo hoho, unko busa kwan a. Na wo kwa busa hoho kwan. Obeda a kire wo. Eba ni sana enye yi. Now, media always say this. Some people inspired me. They said good stuff to me. I said, you can do it. And I was able to use that as an inspiration. And I've been able to get to where I am. And I pray, as a baby, I would do no. Nyankopon ema more vision and encouragement and push yourself. What the young father say economy racist, which I don't believe. What the young fan is so many racist, and yet they are in any organization. They always try to look for at least one black person. Maybe you will be the one. And the Argentina Obama, the perception so be a racist ever stop from getting to your destiny. Remember, obi stop. Yemi am say wuti. Na say wo ambition this way anymore. Remember, be unlimited. I said ya wo ya na sana abe. No. You have had the drive. You must have the drive. I said, I can get there. So who are you in a position, but go and fight for it. What you want to can? Fair enough. What try? Nemum dibia yetifakon ya complaining sa. Sana Eastern Europeans buy. Sebe brofo kromonti. And so Ghana need to na Eastern European ya be the supervisor. No complaining, no upon him. And I go for the omu before. And omudi omu church omu chre. Na dibia ye complaining sa. And so you are not ambitious. See, I'm tiwing her minim crofo 2 and a for power my yaka. I didn't think about that because Baku and my father Baku Juma. Now, the Oba second Oba, your friend is saying, they know all that of my father done for Nejumano. Now, done for Neba, no, you're ambitious, you're about being a supervisor. Now, if you are my father Jumano or my instructions say you are now Bufu, when you are, me and my father Juma. And so what? And in the position, and the Juma says, so more instructions. And therefore you must shut up and do it. There was that attitude, you know. Enyemia. And so what? What do you mean nipa? Yes, what boy nipa na? And just nipa no. And that from the teacher and so. That attitude, no, we must get it out of us. And it's so bad. Ye be more be a natural shame. 15 years a crown and ye redeem. Come and take your receipt. Me na me ye we ma. And are you saying anything about life? One year she ma oda. A crew must be spending 1 minute of his life. Emma Okrana wa BBA because time is money. He could have used that time to make money somewhere. And here you are slow down. See bibi mo bia, we should slow down. Yes, you found one why Enyamia. Na sebe do wu nipa de ba wi ase kra no. Ono won kan say. And you know, me denyamia say, I say want make progress with your life. Don't stop there. Keep pushing. Now don't know how far you will get. And Ghana for yenti. Oh baby na wo ya adwuma. Oh baby na say, you know, bibi koswa. Put yourself out there, push yourself. Because there's a competition. We live in a world of competition. You can't sit there for manners to fall on your lap. You have to have the vim, the vigor. You need to be able to have the drive to push. Because in your side, every day you're going to be aqua. Someone will dictate for you. You know, but we all have in us. I know which because I made them impress stress. You know, we were told from day one, and stress is starting. Ufi say a DNT na your work cry, your body money no. Hey, me stress no, I started from day one. Stress, over stress our community mad be. Name how to manage the stress. That is the key. Lawyer Darkon, they say both says I'm before my switching off. I am managing my stress. Because in some meeting from 9 to 5, no, and yet easy. Ube we need to ya. Never say be jamming phone siso. Never for continue to 11 o'clock. And chana stress in your kume. And take you maybe so too awful. Where you need to switch your phone off, switch off, and think and have time for you. If any well-being. Oh yeah, you wanna say break time, summertime about next taking holidays. Nesrel, men ton holidays for money. Take a break and relax. Spend time with your loved ones. Make phone calls to your loved ones. No more who say at least also so do. It has taken me time to do these things. But it's never too late to learn. We all have to learn. Life is not about money. It's not about just chasing money. But it comes to a time that you also need to make time for people. Because anyway I say no enche not ye na ye ko. Enti no, the wetimi aka no. Mami Tesco's with our sepa as wetimi afre no my this encouraging words is powerful, and I hope that it will be an inspiration to everyone listening to us. The wuye bia no yuyem na eniye obu a wo kwa adwuma mu a obeyusu na hoodin e dia ye adwuma no na oyusu ahoodin ne de tete ompeso obeye adwuma na o play lazy game na free say e ba se ye obi adi a wan enko yi na di hard work an enko yi na di ana say wo a wo so yusu adwene a wo yusu lazy tactics so that you don't work. Some people are like that. Every time they want to complain about others, but they don't do anything. Every time they are trying to draw the attention from themselves, and it doesn't help. Because as you are doing it, talking about people nastily, a time will come that everyone will get to know the type of person that you are, and you become jack no friends. And you're very, very careful in the way we go about things and the way we do things. And Edamasi, I mean, say now 1 or 2 people will be afraid. Next week, okay, Madam Pat, my main friend back, because for the past 2-3 weeks, tell me our friend to be room, and to my friend back now, you know, Mr. Emmanuel, the late Mr. Emmanuel Kojo Eshen, the year air basso. It's a doffo, Momana, Yankoja Ebusiano. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you.
Busia
for Yamiadum Ubia and Hoya Bibia or record the book.
The way I show shirt to come about touch is very so smart and very nice.
Thank you very much.
Now let go about to say why I be a car. Why I walk out there. Now some can cry and I'm also radio station DJ Mama and the now they think I someone can crash road there. What be out just introduce number system? I just need to win in the papa. You didn't share on the second, on the first, on the second, and what? But that should be a no idea of what Mr. James will market, nobody ever tried to market, you know. In fact, we are with Jack and Palengo. But the way a DJ Mamma who now will welcome men now will support all men. Now, we say, and now will soon keep and the money, yes, what you have here. What you have here, then I got here. They are for the woman. What's I? Let them support our body way, you know. It's a man, enemy crew, you know, not lawyer. Only you know, any object of Papa. Help you. I've seen the also no sure. Yes, and good one. It was very tall for a year, but quite a year will land her. A year with you, not in reasonable again. But met them as you know, I also met that was with them about 50 years to say, in the cafe. Sometimes in Papa Putnam, we are fear. Yeah, you poor be out of a year, by your respect, without radio, the cinema for respect, I'm I don't know if you have a word,
of course.
Yes, but can it be lawyer? It was a tough, when I say tougher, and you were human problem, matter, full, and in good years, but young Punty. Now, what can I say this time? What you really say?
na uba wahwɛ na ɛha adwene na madam free no need to quit for so many years na nkwalaa no 23 24 years no any 30 years no me do buiye no o se sa won papa no manyina no de paake papa betena papa no so na de tane ma o te bra na woni me Ghana mentality lie agera papa na betena fie ho eni kwa so betena ho se so kwala na papa no la ya wa ka ba pa mo papa so ngo no wa be fie na me ma mi o go se be wa memba me no mo betena how many people now they show who we are the only by Jaya said you obey the woo or to make quack or plan in Manchester. Yamedi, you said the panel was up my back and it up. Now, catch you come on to me. Being now, you make a humanity and a papanaya about the Sicilian, but tell the man who and a ocean.
Because at the end of the day, no, if you are saying here,
pensioner, nine was it a year who are into a month.
That's right.
It is sick of a poor, my father, Tanam, I mean, no matter, but I didn't shut here, but still, a phenomenal. Nipa, which you are telling Yes, papa, never panel. Impossible every year. Now, papa can won't change or be so very papa.
Debbie.
Because eventually there be that. But Madame Fulman, not yet a papa for Papa, so I'm an auntie, but no. You share no London. But when I'm an auntie, I could see you. And then I could find out over. Yet I could pay the crap here. And I'm a station of the answer with the other two. Engineer. I wish you have for more schedule, and now I am easy. Between China, no Cassava, I have no Cassava.
Yeah.
But Yana, I asked him, dear, you're too quiet. No, you can't go in my car, my country. And you know, I think I want more for rest. Now, some are welcome. Every day, and things will do in phone. You need that.
Yes.
Would you grow? Me kura be ti hey madam for you ye lawyer go for pressure me a do me phone kura because of pressure wa do wa juru mu ye dey
boom yes
put the address na man no what have be busa o be dey wo what have be busa date if you know me do me phone ka tell me it problem who ba bra who ba ma it's up to you.
That's right.
Oh yeah, have a nice weekend. The positive, positive, Monday's day. I should shed no more.
Assemble positive.
All the way, don't afford you now for me. What you landed have positive. And for life is chef, what to do, no man, nobody put the other thing. Because nobody will lawyer sometimes who be now, who dear will find it.
Yeah.
As soon just a woman, Yamen, and nobody will have as soon as I saw one in here.
Sanity.
And then in here, in positive, maybe what you buy.
I don't see
I'm fortunate. So, but I'll say, well, let's think I'm
yes, you do more, you near Chini, some and now, Madame Sophia Gatti, our year, the late Mr. Emmanuel Ishan, and who Kenny, Abusian Far Life Radio, Abusian, you know, say, Yama Yako, na yen shisheye, na me ya dum so a, ye beba, na yababi jayi mi yi kwan, fe, kama, ye dinishe nyankopon ensa, nyankopon ema ne baby, enkra yie, na papa ya, bide mi se obi entimi nya ne ho asembone enkada, na oyi obi a me dey wa touch me life, you know, every day that I go to my kitchen, he's there, I see him every day. And the entity that make us the same way, I remember, or friend me maybe, I catch me say, in so I know, a quiet yam, a croom, a friendly tap water. Chemicals in womb, a door so pa. enti no obehwa emrofo ni bebrebe aya omonom tap water omoto bottled water ne no enti sankebeya obenom mpo a ewo se bitimi ma system bi a enso ri befem na chemicals nyina no atwe chemicals nyina afrim said ya benya basically clean water air chemical free anom apei ono akasa fa ho ka ebe install bi ewo me kitchen chese de bia mani boss wan makai papei enti na si wiase meme gidin ne mum bejedin Mr. Ishan Demri Fedue oba bejedin na debi ebe kai ne soso fala Fedue busia okunani Madam Sofia Gati ene woma ene abusia emamu nyina ahyeden mo nhyeden nyame na edema nyame na eji nyame enka mo na edia ebekasa yebesa ehia soso yemfa nwumwi enkyekere yewre Kofi bi